Hello friends and welcome to Gamereactor Live. I'm Nick Holmberg and I'm here with Rasmus Lund Hansen and we are playing some Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls beta. As you might have noticed, we are in a little bit of a different setting today.
Yes, because you can't really play a PC game slouched in a
not proper at least.
Like that. No.
And we want to dominate.
PC gaming master race, of course, need a proper setup. Speaking of PC gaming master race,
not so master race.
Not so master-ish today for us today. So we've had to switch out computers and fight network trouble and all sorts of crap. So actually, we didn't even know if we'd be able to play Diablo until 10 minutes ago.
But it looks like it's working now.
Looks like it's working.
But also, it's for people in the chat and in the stream and all that, if we have something going on, I mean, it might happen. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We might get an extended loading screen or something.
Yeah. But let's get straight into it. You're in the Reaper of Souls beta.
Yes.
And what is in that beta?
Everything but the final boss fight.
Okay.
Pretty much. So, everything.
Everything. And what is that? That's the new...
That's a new act, a new campaign, Act 5. A new zone, West March. A new class, Crusader, which is awesome. We'll get to that. And Adventure Mode, which is also awesome. And we'll get to that. But we'll start out with just campaign.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what...
So this is my guy.
Okay.
My monk.
That you played in the normal Diablo game.
That I played in the normal game and then copied over here.
Okay.
Of course, some people already know that he's only level 56 and now 60.
Yeah.
Because I never got around to playing to level 60.
Okay.
But anyway, we've cheated a little. Well, not cheated, but I've already played some.
But it's also, it's not, you played a lot of Diablo, you played several characters, right? So it's not because you didn't play it.
And I have killed Diablo on Inferno with this game.
Okay.
I've already played a little bit of Act 5.
Okay.
But we're starting at the start. But the thing is, with the new loot system...
But that Act 5 takes place after you killed Diablo, in the story as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And I replayed Act 4 before coming here because I figured... My guy felt a little underpowered at first because with all the new loots, all the old loots really suck.
Okay.
And new equipment is awesome. So I've beat up some dudes to get some proper gear, and then because in the beginning everything took a while to kill.
And the new loot system is in the beta.
The new loot system is in the beta, and it is pretty fantastic actually. If you're familiar with the usual stats you get in this game, you'll notice the stuff we'll be picking up along the way is way better than what was in the base game. Also, the build I'm using is just some quick thing that I kind of like. So, if anybody has suggestions for new skills we should equip or whatever, feel free to type them in the chat.
Right. I'll take a look at the chat and see if people have... anything interesting? And so we can see now. This is the new chapter.
This is the entrance to the new chapter.
Okay.
Pretty much everything in Act 5 is randomized except the beginning.
Okay.
So if you played a demo or seen people play a demo at Blizzcon or whatever,
it might look like this.
It would have looked exactly like this in the beginning. But once you kill the first boss, it's a nice little boss fight. Once you do that, it becomes completely randomized.
Okay.
And I've tested that because we kept getting disconnected on the other computer. So I played through the first checkpoint after that boss fight about 3 or 4 times today, and it was completely different environments every time.
But this is the design of that act, or does that change? Because in the original act, the first one was foresty, like desert.
Act 5, most of Act 5. The first part of Act 5 takes place in a city called West March, which is I think where paladins come from in Diablo lore.
Okay.
And the idea is, of course, Diablo's dead. Tyrael tried to take the Black Soul Stone and hide it because he didn't know what to do with it. And then Malthael came along. And he's like an old former angel. He's now the Angel of Death, and nobody knows where he's been for a while, but now he's back. And he's out to destroy all demons in the world. which sounds like a good thing, except he's decided that humans, they're demons too.
Okay. It also sounds like quite a big task, I will say.
Yes, but you know, Angel of Death, like
good title.
Yeah, he's like a Reaper of Souls. He's the Grim Reaper. He's death.
Maybe I should skip the whole Ginger Ninja and be the Reaper of Souls or Angel of Death or something.
The Ginger Reaper.
The Ginger Reaper.
So many.
How do you like the new act so far? Is it fun? Is it better or the same as the other acts?
I've actually I gotta admit, I've spent
much?
almost all of my time in the Reaper of Souls beta so far playing adventure mode.
Okay.
Because I've been playing with the Crusader, who's awesome.
Okay. And so you haven't gotten to that act, or is that just not part of adventure mode?
Oh, you can go to Act 5 in adventure mode, but I kind of want the stories. I'm like in a weird place where I don't want to spoil anything for myself, and I don't want to play it without the story. Like,
I get that.
I'll get around to it, you know.
There's also that whole thing when it's a beta that you.
You'll lose all your progression, and so.
But I guess that doesn't matter story-wise. I mean, you just want to see the story first time. I remember when I played through Diablo 3 the first time. I played through the whole story alone, so I could that was my like story and all that. And then after that, I played with people, and then because I was afraid people would skip cutscenes for me, and whatever. So I think I'll do that with this as well, so you get the story. And then after that, you can go full multiplayer. Have you actually? Is it possible to play multiplayer in this?
In the beta?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So have you played with people?
I haven't.
Okay.
First little shop guy we meet here. I was about to say something. Oh yeah, they've retuned all the difficulties as well.
Okay.
So it's like the console game where Inferno and Hell and all that's gone. So the idea isn't that you need to replay the game 4 times to get to the good stuff or like the good loots.
I think that was in the PS3 version, wasn't it?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was, but maybe that's PS4 or.
I think at least, I mean, what I played on Xbox, you could just set the difficulty in the beginning. Some would only unlock when you got to a certain level.
Okay. But it's definitely there was something different where you could choose. What was it? There was something where you could choose higher than that as well, or something.
But that's it. Okay. So, like, I think you unlock the difficulty called Torment, which is the highest one at level 60, maybe.
And I remember, it being. I think there was like normal hard or like normal nightmare and all that. Mm-hmm. But I remember it being a lot easier because I didn't beat Inferno on my Mac, but I did on PS3. But then you could choose other things that made it harder, where you then got better loot and all that.
Yeah. I love that ability.
Where you pull them in?
Yeah. And then just for fun doing a circle kick where you push them away again.
Is the monk your favorite character?
It's the one I played the most. Okay. Well, actually, for a while, I think I preferred the Demon Hunter. But as I was starting up with the beta here, as both were like horribly undergeared in the beginning because of the new loots, I didn't like the Demon Hunter anymore. Okay. It's just too slow.
Yeah, the Demon Hunter wasn't good enough?
No, it felt like it took forever to kill anything, and I didn't like the skills I had set up to use with it, and then just instead of... I made a Crusader and just started playing adventure mode.
Okay. That's interesting, because when I played a Barbarian mainly on the computer, and then when I changed to play it on PS3, I started a Demon Hunter, and that was... I don't know if it was how it was... the game was made easier, what was going on, but that felt... When I got just a little bit into it, it felt so overpowered. I would just melt people.
Yeah.
It almost got boring in the end.
Well, I think my issue...
then you can move up how hard it is.
My issue was partially that I grew tired of the bolus sound really nice, really quickly, and just reading the description, I couldn't really find anything that I wanted to replace it with, and the fact that I was horribly undergeared, which you'll be when you copy all the characters.
So of course.
But then you'll play for like an hour and you won't be undergeared anymore because Loot 2.0 is awesome.
Alex to Life in the chat is asking about. Says he's wondering whether Diablo 3 is worth to play now. Back when he played it, he hit a wall and just couldn't kill anything and didn't have time to grind for gold to buy stuff.
Right.
Or time to grind enemies for new equipment. Does the new 2.0 make the game more fluid so you don't hit any walls?
Yes. First of all, you can't grind gold to buy loot anymore because there's no auction house.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could buy items from like the blacksmith.
Yeah, and then they'll have like decent items. And, actually, crafting makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
They've completely revamped the crafting system, so the materials you'll get for low-level equipment is the same you'll be using for high-level equipment.
Okay.
So there's only like 3 or 4 different crafting materials, and some of them you need from white weapons, some from yellow, some from blue.
Do you actually know the loot system in the PS3 and Xbox 360 version? That's not 2.0, right?
It's not exactly.
That's
but,
like 1.8 or something.
Yeah.
Because it felt for me
like
playing that
ground.
felt. I was tired of playing on my Mac because of I hit the same sort of wall where I played it like every night for like 3 weeks, and then at some point it was not fun anymore.
Yeah.
And when I started up on PS3, it was so much fun again, and because you just the gameplay was just different, and but the fun thing was that whole crafting thing started mattering.
Right.
But then you couldn't just go buy pages of books like you could on the computer. Right. So I got in situations where I was like, I just need like one page, and it would take me forever to find one. Also because if you get to a certain, if I started playing on Inferno, then I wouldn't get the pages that I needed for lower stuff. But would you recommend playing this? Would you recommend the console versions? And try it?
Like if oh shit, I'm dying. To answer Alex's question,
yes,
you do get much better weapon drops, equipment drops here than you did in the old game. If you're sort of burnt out on Diablo at the moment, don't bother playing it until Reaper of Souls is out.
No,
that's what I'd say.
True, but I'd recommend the console version if you're up for that.
Oh, absolutely,
for sure. But it's that whole thing. It's separate characters. You can't move your characters over to console. But you talked about you think that you can move PS3 to PS4.
I do believe Blizzard has said that you'll be able to transfer characters from the PS3 version to the PS4 version. And also, the PS4 version will have Reaper of Souls, whereas...
So that's you buy Diablo for PS4, and then that's included.
That's included in the game.
Do you know if Reaper of Souls comes out for?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, they haven't really explicitly said either way.
Okay.
But I don't think it is.
Okay.
Hello, Tyrael.
I'm being told to stay with Ginger Ninja.
Okay.
Thanks. What does Malthael? What was the Malthael do? This is like Lord of the Rings stuff. Where like if you don't know, it's impossible to pronounce. What does he do with the Soul Stone? Why does he need it? Delpan asks.
I don't think we know yet.
Okay.
He takes it.
That's the story that you don't want to spoil for yourself.
There's a legendary here. Oh, and then there's a bunch of story stuff going on over here. But yeah, in here is the first real boss, and then...
You don't want to identify that?
I want to identify this. There we go. Cool.
I love that. I mean, there's no reason for that slowdown, like where you wait for it to identify. But I think it's actually better that it's there because you always was like you were like waiting.
So, Dex armor, life regeneration, arcane resistance.
So your primary is dexterity.
Yeah.
So you go up in dexterity for this one, but you lose to the resist to all elements.
I lose little. What do I lose? I
resist gain to all elements. Armor, but then.
And then these pants occasionally make you stink.
What?
So yeah, I want that.
You want to stink?
Well, I mean it's a legendary.
Yeah. I tend to do that as well. If I'm in diet, I go with the legendary.
Yeah.
It's cool to be decked out in orange. Adu asks, how long is the game? I'm assuming he asked about the new chapter, but we don't really know.
Don't really know yet, no.
But a good guess would be it's a new act, so the same length as
I think
the acts.
They're shooting for like the same length as Act 3.
Okay.
Act 4 was a little shorter
than
the others.
But don't you think the first 3 acts were about the same length?
Yeah, probably.
More or less.
Oh, God.
Mava asked, "Are there any new interesting crafts? Have you done a lot of crafting this?"
I've done a little crafting. We can go take a look at it in a moment. Because once
is this the boss you talked about?
Yeah, this is the boss.
Okay.
And once she's dead, the area we just came from.
What was she called?
Today. Oh my god! Ow! Ow! Yes.
Sorry.
Don't stop and read things when you're standing in fire. Live at court.
And it's hard playing and talking at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's a little hard.
But at least we're not doing the obstructions we did earlier with the mouse not working and backing out and all that stuff.
Yeah,
then it's really hard.
And the constant disconnects.
Yeah.
Those get old quick. Casadaya? Something?
Yeah. Sounds about right. Alright, here's a good question actually, I think.
Yes.
I do also ask, what classes do you recommend to start with for beginners of Diablo?
Barbarian?
Yeah. How many of the classes have you tried?
I've played the Barbarian, the Demon Hunter, the Monk, a little bit of the Witch Doctor, and the Crusader.
Okay.
And I would like to reiterate that the Crusader is awesome.
So would you recommend starting with that if you go into Reaper of Souls?
Yeah. If you get Reaper of Souls, get a Crusader. They are.
That sounds like a good idea.
They feel like ludicrously overpowered at this point.
Okay. But it's also fun playing the new characters, even though you haven't played the old ones.
Also because I don't think balancing isn't done yet.
No.
So.
But also for me, I tend to like those knight characters, and I think that's one of the things you should look at if you go into Diablo. I don't think it matters that much that one of the characters is that much easier than the other ones. No. But if you like being a ranged character, pick a ranged character. If you like being a wizard, wizard kind of character, pick that. I think overall, I mean, if you're a beginner, it doesn't really matter that much.
It's not like.
It's more like if you want to go into
really weird mechanics that you don't understand at first.
If you want to be really serious about it, maybe it matters which character is most OP and all that.
New boots, complete upgrade. Boots. Yay!
And we're being told something that we should introduce that. So you went to Blizzcon with
I went to Blizzcon.
And you brought something back.
We brought some swag back.
Bang! Bang! So you can win this today. I'm in the shot here. This is 3 small figurines.
Yep.
Figures. And it is, I asked you about this before.
It's Paragon from StarCraft, Diablo from Diablo, and Arthas from...
Is it like Diablo from Diablo 3, or don't we know?
I think that's not Diablo 3.
Okay. OG Diablo, maybe.
Yeah, OG Diablo.
And then we have...
Arthas from Warcraft.
Do the close-up again, I'll hold it up still.
Yeah.
A nice little thing that I'm assuming you can only get if you were at BlizzCon.
Yeah, I don't think they sell those anymore.
No.
And I'm not
special.
even sure they sold those at the con. I think they were part of the goodie bag we got. I don't know if they're part of the goodie bag.
Just swag bag.
Normal people got. Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh, we did get disconnected. Well, all right. So you can win this, and we need to figure out how. Are we just gonna pick like the best question comment throughout the? Do we have?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Or maybe if we come up with a good question, we'll ask you something at some point. But you can win this. I'm gonna put this here.
Meanwhile, the Diablo 3 servers are busy.
Okay.
Average waiting time 5 seconds.
Going back to the characters, I will say I really enjoyed playing the Barbarian, and I think in a way it's good to have a melee character. I think to begin with, if you don't really care what kind, because it's easy to go in and hit something. Where if you play a ranged one, you need to think about running away and shooting and all that. I feel like that is a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
Although as I said, I found the Demon Hunter being much easier and a little bit overpowered maybe on console. But
so we'll just do that fight again, I guess.
All right. Fingers crossed for no disconnects. Is there anything else notably different in this setup?
I just thought of something and now I forgot it again.
Okay. Maybe we'll come up with that.
Yeah.
It hasn't. It's still different than the console design. So that's not something that they were going to go with, like being the new thing.
Whoa! What?
I was just thinking when the console versions came out,
right?
I was thinking, is this the way they're going to do with the Reaper of Souls as well? But it still looks very different, I think. PC like console.
That the UI of the console version returns in where's my heel? There. Jesus. Returns in the PS4 version.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say before I ran for my life.
You're playing a dangerous game.
I am,
Mr. Rasmus Hansen.
It's the I can't remember what that ability is called, but that's the killer. Ad corpse. That's also new.
Is it?
Yeah, they added that in the console version.
Yeah, because that's the thing for me. I have a hard time remembering. Yeah. Other than that, I could definitely tell the UI is different.
Yeah, you can just only reload or like revive at checkpoints and time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's nice being able to do this. I really like that.
It's also like, it feels a bit like cheating.
Does it?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like you die and then no biggie.
Yeah, but then I died after playing through the game on like the normal whatever. I did a hardcore character, and then respawning at corpse can be kind of dangerous. I guess you can't do that at all.
No.
I think playing on hardcore takes away some of that stuff that I felt playing through on PS3 that it was a little bit too easy sometimes. But then if you add the hardcore element, then
I think also actually playing this, we're playing on hard right now. I think actually playing on normal feels a bit easy. I think the idea is as soon as like you got proper gear. Magic items, you should go up to hard.
I think it's kind of weird that they call it normal, and I feel like they've started doing that in some games where people don't want to.
Normal is easy.
Yeah, people don't want to play on easy, so they call it normal. And I feel like they should do normal. Should be what you're supposed to play on. That should be the way the game is designed.
Yeah, easy should be like for complete beginners.
Yeah, and I think it's good that if someone is like, I don't have any clue how this sort of game works, then there's an easier mode where they can like try out how it works, you know. And that's okay. It's okay to play on easy.
Another new thing I just remembered.
Okay.
Like reforging. If you have a magical item, think, this is okay, but it could be better, or this is crap. You can go take it to the I can't remember what her name is, but she should be around here somewhere. Enchantress, and she can do a magic thing on it, and you'll get a different item, or like the same item but with new stats.
So it's like I can only think of the Danish one. Shake the bag.
Yeah.
You randomize the.
Sure.
Okay. So it's the same quality item. It's just new random stats.
Yeah, like we can try it here.
Okay.
She's not here at the moment because she's for story
But you can
reasons.
still do it.
Yeah, we can still do it. I've unlocked her early. Like these, for example.
You've unlocked her.
These suck. So.
Okay. But then it costs. But it's instead of what was it called when you destroyed the item to get like crafting stuff out of it? You did it. Or whatever. No, I remember like often.
Oh, salvaging.
Yeah,
you can still do that.
But it's kind of instead of doing that, you can do this.
These two.
This is cheaper to do that. Or?
Yeah, like these two are like there are I think 3 or 4 crafting materials now.
Yeah,
and this will give us.
But they only cost 1 of each, so that's nothing.
Yeah.
And this wait.
And I guess and it costs gold.
What is that? You choose that?
Yeah. We choose like the different things on the thing.
Oh, so you choose which one of those you want, and then it costs more to do it?
Like life after each kill, we can
or can you only choose one of them?
I think we can choose one of them, and then we can do one
at a time.
Enchant, and then we can choose another one.
Oh, okay, cool. But that costs 15,000. That's a lot.
Yeah, we can change the sockets. I guess we can try doing that.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's good to have some sockets, I think.
Well, soulbind it to you. Continue. Okay.
Whoa.
So. Oh, okay. Okay, so we get like 3 options we can choose.
Okay, cool.
So I guess we just put another socket on this item.
Cool.
That's actually neat.
Can you do it again? Do one of the other things so we can see, because this was like the 3 options were 1 socket, 2 socket, and 2 socket.
Sure.
It's kind of.
We can do. Let's see. We can do this one, I guess. Oh. Legendaries or rares. Okay, so they have to be yellow. Neat. Like lightning resistance, we can change that.
And Alex Life just asked before, so you don't have to restart boss battles now with the whole respawn at corpse. No,
I don't know about like chapter bosses. I think at chapter bosses like
yeah,
Butcher
I remember. Yeah, Butcher, Diablo.
You still have to.
Yeah. Because I did that at one point. Okay, so you got fire resistance.
Yeah.
And then what? That was the only option you had?
Well, I could pick it between losing. The one I chose was a resistance enchant, so I got options for cold and lightning and fire.
But there wasn't any like resist all?
No.
Okay.
So that's that, and you can also transmogrify. So if you don't
wait, can you go onto that item again that you did it to?
See it? That was this one, I think.
Okay. But so...
we changed cold
resistance so you add the stuff, but there's no sockets now.
I took a new item.
Oh, okay, cool. So it shows up under secondary, but can you just keep adding, or do you remove an?
You remove one each time, or cool. You gamble with one stat, and then hopefully you'll.
So you say, I want to remove this and find a new one and see what you get.
Yeah,
cool. That's really awesome. I'll definitely use that.
Also, where's my stash? Here's my stash. Crafting iridescent tears, demonic essence, exquisite essence, and common debris are the main crafting items now.
Okay. Jimmy says in the chat you can only change one, so you can only do it for one thing per item. I kind of want to go try that and then see if we can do it with more.
I'll opt for that.
So try it, yeah. Oh, then you can remove that.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's fair.
Right.
So, huh.
Yeah, I would kind of go with that over sockets. That's what's the biggest. It's not diamonds. The gems. What's the biggest you can get? Is that a lot now? When I played,
I know that they've added new ones, but okay. So we lost all sockets for extra.
Jacob, do you know how much it is?
Oh.
Anyway, let's go kill some monsters.
Yeah.
I'm pressing all the buttons.
All the buttons.
All the buttons.
All right. I guess that's what we came here for.
Pressing the buttons?
Slaying the monsters.
Yes.
And this is how the rest of the act is designed, or?
Well, a lot of the thing takes place in Westmarch, the city, which is all like gothic and dark.
Yeah.
And then later on, you'll move on to I think the area is called Pandemonium, where it's like the old site of the eternal struggle of angels and demons fighting each other for centuries.
Okay.
And it's also the home of Malthael in the end. So that's like a otherworldly, bleak. Hell-ish, but not hell, like more death than fire, right?
Yeah.
But this area right here is completely randomized.
Okay.
Like the 3 other times I played it today, we headed south instead of going west.
Okay.
So.
Let me ask you another thing. When you play, I mean, Diablo is very loot-based. Mm-hmm. How many items do you pick up? Because I still have a thing in my head that tells me to pick up everything.
Yeah.
Even though it's white and shitty and I get nothing for it, I still pick it up and sell it.
I pick up almost everything now. Also white items, because you disenchant or salvage those for that common debris thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Before, and you need that for most crafts. And you need a lot of it.
Okay. So it makes it worth it.
Yeah, it makes picking up white items. Picking up white items makes sense now. That's what I'm trying to say.
So, but you didn't do it before.
No, not really. This is not a chest. Yes.
Delpan asks, is trading with players still there?
Yes, but you need to be in the game together.
Yeah.
So you can trade with people in your
I think
party.
that's how it is on console as well.
Yeah. So no more auction
Just
house.
like I can be like, I want to give you 50,000 gold or whatever, then I just wire them to you.
Right.
But there's no like, do you remember, is there like, I can suggest I trade this for this, or do you just copy? I say, and then you have to trust that the other person sends something back.
No, there's still like that trade window.
Okay.
But there's no more centralized, anonymous trading with people you've never met.
No more auction house.
No more auction house.
Do you miss it in any way?
The auction house?
Yeah.
No.
I miss buying the pages.
Well, the pages are gone now, so.
Yeah, but I mean, crafting stuff. Now you said you want to collect the white items to buy, or like to get what you salvage those into. So if you're like, oh, I need 4,000 of this thing, and you need 10 of them.
Yeah.
I miss, but I guess that's part of it. I mean,
yeah, gotta go grind
that. It's the good suck, I guess. But I missed that a couple of times playing on console. So you're in some sort of castle now.
Yeah, this is like a small side, like one of those side dungeons.
Yeah.
They very often have events now. Like here, I gotta save some civilians, and then I'll probably get a reward.
All right, for people just joining now, welcome to Gamereactor Live. I'm Nick, and I'm here with Rasmus, and we are playing the Reaper of Souls beta for Diablo 3. We're playing it on PC, and so far having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
No major problems like we did. We had some problems just before we started the stream. And we're giving away prizes. Bang! These lovely little figures that Rasmus... I guess you got them at Blizzcon.
I think Dory, who's behind the camera at the moment.
He's the one donating this.
He's the one donating.
You should all thank Dory quite a bit, because
yes, you should.
Because he also donated the PS4 shirt that we gave away on Friday.
Oh, he did?
He's just a giver. He should be wearing the Christmas hat.
He's a generous
dude. Yeah. So Rasmus and Dory went to BlizzCon and got swag bags.
Yes.
And Dory's deciding that some of you might enjoy this more than I'm gonna do this.
More than he will.
Yeah. So you have a chance to win this, and so far the plan is just to give it away to someone who is active in the chat. Good comment or a good question, and you have a chance to win these. And just to reiterate, it was Paragon from StarCraft,
Yep.
Diablo from Diablo, and we agree it was OG Diablo or something?
Oh yeah, like Diablo 2, Diablo.
Yeah, or maybe even 1. And then
Arthas.
Authors?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Arthas
From Warcraft.
I died.
What Warcraft is that?
Warcraft 3 and onwards. He was like the major villain for up until.
So you have a chance to win that.
Wrath of the Lich King, where you killed him in the end. Two things happened. I died.
And?
We were in like a inside dungeon before, right? But then we ran outside.
Yeah.
And the event was still going on.
Okay.
That's new.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like they can mix and match.
Like up until the part that you died from it.
Yeah,
I guess.
The dying kind of sucked, but...
Do you die more in this than you did in the base game?
I honestly don't know. Maybe? Probably.
But have you noticed how hard is the game? How is the difficulty?
Well, like I said, normal difficulty seems too easy.
And that's what
we're playing on hard right now, as far as I know.
Okay.
We can check in the menu once we're done here, but
I guess we're going to be checking out the Crusader at some point as well. All right. Delpan wants to, I guess, add or like it says redefine his question.
Okay.
Let's say he gets an insanely sick drop.
Yes.
In which he knows is worth quite a lot.
Yes.
Can he trade it to players from the general chat, for example, like a lot of people do right now, or does it become automatically account bound?
Not account bound. I mean, I can trade it to anybody I want.
But you need to go into.
Yeah, I need to invite them to a game.
And there's 4 people still in a game at a time is max?
Yeah.
So you need to go into a random game, ask, does anybody want to buy my sick drop?
No, you can ask in general chat.
Okay. And then you can, if someone says yes, then you invite them to a game, and then...
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess people need to be online and in the chat for it. Okay.
It's like it was in the olden days.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's like going into town and putting up a note, on the bar and be like, I have this sick thing, or going into the bar and yelling like, I got a sick sword, anybody wants it, and then you can step outside and sell it.
Yeah. Come here. I think this guy just spawns undead. Yeah. He's a dick. Old Smuggler's
Did you get tired of Diablo 3 after it came out at some point?
I stopped playing it, but not because I was tired. I had other things I needed to
The grind of other games?
Yeah. And then, Heart of the Swarm came out, and we were back on StarCraft, and then I got back on World of Warcraft, and then Hearthstone, and, all that good gaming. It sounds like I only play Blizzard games, which I don't. I also play other
Money
things.
hat.
But
But yeah, I guess then there's not really... Do you think for people who got tired of Diablo 3 that this will ignite the fire again?
oh yeah, especially because adventure mode is pretty awesome.
Ooh.
57.
It's kind of interesting having seen your coverage and other coverage of Blizzcon that I've never seen as big an applause for removing a feature in a game. When they announced that yes, the auction house is gone.
And
it's almost like E3 with PlayStation, like
$3.99.
no, like even more like
you can sure.
And then
we haven't changed anything.
And then they put in the little, but you need to have plus now, and people are still like clapping. It's just like, and then we move on. It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, if they're not saying it outright, but if you read between the lines of everything they've been saying about the auction house and Loot 2.0 and Reaper and Souls and Kill, you kind of get the idea that they're aware that Diablo 3 wasn't what people really had expected, wanted.
But isn't that like a standard problem with games now? Like people complain every year about Call of Duty and FIFA that it's the same game.
Sure.
And then Blizzard makes a new game that's still Diablo, but they actually change things, and then people are like, but I want Diablo 2.5. So it's kind of like people are going to complain either way. Or what do you think?
Well, yeah, I think some of the complaints about the auction house and the item grind in vanilla Diablo 3 are legit.
Yeah, I agree. But it's like, I just know for instance, I play a lot of, as I've said numerous times, I play a lot of Call of Duty, and if they did if Activision did that to Call of Duty, people would complain as well that it's like, this is not Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah.
So it must be hard as a developer.
Absolutely. I think especially, it seems like people have some very strict notions about what Diablo should be.
Yeah.
And shouldn't.
But still, they want new stuff as well.
That too. Sell. One feature I'd really like for this game to have is what the console has, where you can just mark something as trash and then go to a vendor and say, sell all of this shit.
But I still don't think they've hit like a perfect UI for the console stuff. I don't remember what, but there's things I missed.
Yeah.
For instance, when you pull this up on console, you can't play the game while you have one side up or like get this overview.
If you're doing couch co-op,
and then you can only have one up at a time.
Yeah,
that's so annoying.
That takes a while.
But even if you do it alone, I like sometimes just having, my items up on the right to see. I could just while I was like running, I could press somewhere and then I could hover over an item and check the stats while my guy was walking. That's a little bit annoying, but.
And now we're getting
instructions on how to act.
Yes, and to move. Apparently we were getting too close.
It was so smooth by doing it off camera.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we gotta explain the dead air.
Yeah. It's like pointing out a segue.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm like 2 or 3 complete quests into Act 5 when I was playing it last, and I'm still seeing like that bridge. I've never seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're further than this when you play? Like
no, because all the environments are random now.
Okay.
So
but how far? Like, are you further in now or?
No. We're nowhere near
further.
where I was on my own. Just the fact that
it's different.
Yeah. And it's so different that I'm seeing stuff I've never seen before. I like that.
So that adds replayability.
Oh yeah.
And that's good for a game like Diablo, where it is you play the same levels over and over again.
Thinking hopefully we'll get to we're looking for a thing called the Soul Crucible, which is a big thing that will probably make the frame rate drop.
Okay.
At least that's what it did when I was playing at home. And once we finish that, we switch over to adventure mode and the Crusader.
Let me ask you another thing.
Yes.
When I played Diablo on my Mac,
yes,
I could get to level 60.
Yes.
Right now, in the normal game, you can get to level 70, or is that...
You can get to level 60, and then there's Paragon levels.
Okay, so it's not on... But with Reaper of Souls, you can get to 70.
Yeah, 70.
Okay. Do you know how that affects if I have a level 60 and I've started getting Paragon levels?
I think you keep the Paragon levels.
But you can't add more
until you're 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now the Paragon levels are like, you can get insane.
Yeah, they had 100 before, and now I think they've just removed the limit.
Oh, really?
Or will be, yeah.
I wonder at one point that will break the game when some dude gets to like 1 billion.
And also, somebody in chat, please tell whether or not I'm right here. I think they already implemented the new Paragon system, so that's actually in the game.
Okay.
And if they didn't, and it's not coming until Reaper of Souls, then one of the things that will be different is that Paragon levels are shared across all your characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're going to have like a level 15 dude who's Paragon 100.
Jeez, and that adds a lot of like...
I'm not sure what it actually does.
Okay.
He admitted with...
What's actually... I have kind of been out of the whole Diablo thing for a while.
That's my issue as well.
Is it? But like, I remember people wanted like, what is it called? PvP?
That's not here yet.
No, but is that completely cancelled?
Well, no, I think like...
Or is that like another Blizzard thing where like it might happen at some point?
Yeah, I feel like they probably want to do it, but I died. They're not sure how.
Okay.
Apparently, all the idea they were working on a fairly elaborate like arena battle thing, and it turned out to just suck. Apparently, so they canceled it.
But I guess they want to get the base game working before they start doing that.
Yeah, like.
And they had thought that would be working earlier, so that's why they were like, we're going to do PvP earlier.
Yeah. They've made no mentions of PvP modes for Reaper of Souls.
There was no mention of it at BlizzCon?
No.
Were there any other big Diablo things at BlizzCon that we haven't talked about?
Well, no. I don't think so.
Okay.
Like they were demoing the game. They were showing a lot. They showed.
And you got to play it on PS4.
Yeah.
And PC as well.
And PC as well. They showed a lot of monsters and some cool stuff they're doing with that. And they were showing the Pandemonium thing I was talking about earlier for the first time. And the news that all the maps in Act 5 are randomized was also something they announced there.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the monsters. I think we saw a few of them.
That. Yeah.
Like big bulldog, they'll pick you up and chew you, and if you die, he'll take a piss on you.
Yeah, on your dead corpse.
On your dead corpse, yes.
Yeah. What else? Now you've been at BlizzCon. Probably a lot of people would like to hear about. Well, first we can pimp the GRTV stuff.
Oh yes,
you wrote about it as well in the magazine and website.
Yeah, we had in the Danish. I've done a bunch of reviews of the games, previews of the games that were there.
Yeah.
And for the latest issue of the Danish magazine, we all collected that into one big article.
Okay. Do you know if they put that in any of the other countries? Maybe in later issues?
I don't know. I don't think they'll put it in later.
Okay.
I think it might be on the UK one.
Okay.
But either way, like...
Should be on the websites.
Yeah, you can find the individual previews on pretty much all the websites, I think.
And you've done a lot of videos with Dory.
Yes.
Some interviews. And
interviews on all the games, and we did a big special.
Yeah. Very nice special.
Yeah, you should go watch that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. I don't usually compliment other people on the videos they've done, but that was quite good.
Yeah. I'm really happy with that as well.
So yeah, but that should be easy to find just on the website.
Yeah.
But for people otherwise, how was BlizzCon?
BlizzCon was pretty goddamn awesome. For those who don't know, BlizzCon is Blizzard's annual fan festival / gaming expo. Just them.
Is it annual?
Oh, well, semi. I mean, they didn't do one last year.
It's like 9 out of 10 years they're doing it.
Yeah. Last year was the first time since they started doing it that they didn't.
Okay. Do you know how many they've done?
I think this was the 7th or 8th one.
Okay.
But
don't quote you on that.
Don't kill me if I'm wrong. And there's 20,000 guests, attendees.
Paying?
Yeah, buying tickets, which sold out in minutes, I believe. Then obviously a bunch of press.
And you, by the way, it's in Anaheim.
It's in Anaheim. Yeah, every year.
Okay.
They use the same convention center, Anaheim Convention Center.
In California.
In California, where it's like summer in November.
Weird.
Summer by Danish standards. I almost regretted not packing shorts.
Yeah. But that's the first BlizzCon you've attended?
Yes.
And that was awesome?
That was completely awesome. It's like one of the smoothest, most well-run events I've ever been to.
Okay.
It's huge, but it's not too big. And it's crowded, but it's not too many people.
Okay.
Everything runs on schedule.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, like...
that would almost worry me.
Every panel on time. Every interview we had scheduled on the press area on time.
Wow.
Working internet in the press area. And like...
don't get used to that.
No. That's like, what? Unheard of. And television showing the main stage all the time. So you had there was a live feed you could buy if you weren't at the place, but you wanted to follow BlizzCon from home. That was just running up on the press area, so you could basically keep up with all the big press conference and the announcements while sitting at a table with internet.
Wow.
So you could cover it real time. It's like, whoa! And Blink-182.
How was that? They're kind of old now, aren't they?
They're old, yeah. And I've never been a fan.
No?
So I left after 3 songs.
Okay.
No.
And that's about the only thing we haven't shown, right?
Yeah, because there was no recording allowed there.
Is there like a recording of it anywhere, like official or something, or is that just? I mean, I guess it's a Blink concert. You can.
I don't.
Was there anything special about that Blink concert? You think for fans?
No.
Okay. Did it come out in like Diablo gear or something?
No, nothing like that.
But other people did. There were a lot of cosplaying I saw in the specials.
And yeah, they had the cosplay contest where pretty much everybody who wants to enter can enter. There was a lot of cool costumes. There was a Tuskar, which is like a walrus humanoid type thing from World of Warcraft.
Okay.
It was like full, looked like something out of Disneyland costume. And another one was dressed as a druid, troll, and cat form.
Okay.
Which, like a guy in a lion suit, basically.
And as most people probably know, like the dedication some of these people have for the costumes, it's insane.
There's a pair of barbarians from Germany.
Okay.
The guy is really buff.
He was like, it wasn't like...
Yeah, no. He's like just armor and biceps.
Jesus.
And
so not only was he dedicated about his costume, he was also dedicated.
He put in the effort, man. And he proposed to his wife on stage during it was really sweet.
And she was a barbarian as well?
Yeah, she was a barbarian as well.
That's amazing.
And she said yes.
Do we have that on video?
I think so.
It's in the special.
It's in the special.
Well, how did I miss? Oh, I forgot about that. That's amazing. I actually, in the special, I remember the guy who made the staff with the flowers in it.
That was awesome.
That was crazy.
And just like spend 100 hours just on building and programming that staff.
Yeah.
And then another 6 months of 4 or 5 people working on his costume.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing as well. There's people who's working on
team
other
effort.
people's costumes for 6 months and they never get to wear it. Like what? And where are those people? They don't go to BlizzCon or what?
I don't know.
I just imagine like a group of dudes like building this thing in like outfit, and then one of them goes to BlizzCon to show it off, and the other guys just stay at home. I hope they get to go, all of them. That's crazy.
Here we go.
All right, we get another question about, are all areas random?
No, just Act 5.
Okay.
All the old...
and not the intro of Act 5.
Yeah, not the intro of Act 5.
And I guess you haven't... Do you know, like, is the rest of Act 5, have you been told that is randomized?
Yeah.
Or do you get to points that are not?
They say that those are fully randomized.
Okay.
So it's like, dungeons have always been randomized in Diablo 3, but all the overworld stuff wasn't in the first 4 acts, but in Act 5 they are.
Okay. Mr. Lennyboy asks, does cow level return? I guess that's not something they would say if it did. That's something you would need to find.
There's Whimsyshire.
Yeah.
And that hasn't gone anyway.
No.
I had the staff in my stash. I haven't actually tested if it works in... Also because I had the Nightmare staff that gave you access on Nightmare.
Oh yeah, you need to get it on each.
Changed, I'm not sure how that actually works now.
Okay.
I don't think they're doing another cow level.
No. I guess maybe not. Alright, Delpan asks, what about class balancing, guys, and the level 60 to 70 abilities? Any info on that? What have the classes got? Any class nerfs, improves?
I think all of them have improvements, but I think they're like mixing up all the skill trees. Like they're reworking. I lost the ability to talk. They're reworking all the skill sets, I think.
Okay. We're being told in chat you can fight cows in adventure mode.
I heard so too.
Okay. Guess we'll see. Maybe we'll find a cow in a little bit.
I doubt it, but there's a chance. There's a video. They did some video of adventure mode. One of the things that's cool about it, we'll get to that, is like completely randomized dungeons. Where you can go from one tile set to another in 2 floors, and monsters from all over in the game. And they also shown a room with just treasure goblins.
Okay.
10 of them.
Jeez. I need one of those on PS3. I need to kill like 15 more to get a trophy.
We're trying to destroy that big orb thing.
Okay.
Because it's raising the dead. And I'm dying. Oh god, all the buttons.
I guess also we might as well pimp what we're doing tomorrow. The plan is
what are we doing tomorrow?
The plan is you're back.
Oh yeah,
with
that's right.
I think Dory will be here. Yeah, Xbox One. I think Dory will be here, and I think we're going to be 3 guys tomorrow. So Magnus will be here as well. So you'll see. I think it was the first stream he's going to be on since we started doing this every weekday.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of PS4, and I don't know if he has played that much Xbox One.
I don't
yet.
think he's played any Xbox.
Okay.
So he'll be excited.
He'll be able to compare at least to PS4.
Oh god.
Look forward to that. I'm not sure which games we'll be playing yet, but we'll see about that tomorrow. And we'll have a PS4 stream on Thursday is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I will be back for that. See if we can convince Magnus to get on one of these PS4 streams maybe, as he might. I think isn't he the one who's played most PS4 of all of us? At least one of them.
At least he's done reviews of Killzone and Knack for us.
Yeah.
So.
And I know he has bought a console himself and has like pretty much bought every single game that's out for PS4.
Nice.
So I'd actually really like to hear what he has to say about the multi-platform games. I know he's been playing Battlefield on PS4 because I signed in on his account today. At this point, disconnected. I'm in the middle of a game. So it'd be fun maybe comparing that on
Jesus Christ.
on the consoles.
Yeah.
It's not easy, this game, at least.
No. Revive at corpse. That still feels like cheating to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, why do you do it then?
Because why not?
That's the thing. If it's there, it's hard not to do it. Yeah, I guess I would do that as well.
Ow, ow, go away.
Salem asks, the abilities you're using seem weak. Are they really the best? And you kind of said, I guess...
They probably are not the best, and also...
Recommendations are welcome.
Yeah, recommendations are welcome, and maybe I'm still a little bit undergeared.
Yeah. And you haven't played... I mean, you've played this recently, but you haven't been like in full Diablo mode for the last
No,
year.
and what I've been playing mostly here has been the Crusader, because the Crusader is pretty awesome, but
And
I'm not at Act 5 in the
and an
story.
adventure mode.
Yeah. Holy wow! Okay, checkpoint. Skills.
Do you get anything out of going back to the checkpoint other than that you don't get killed right away?
I don't think so.
Okay. But none of this is new, right?
Yeah, this is all mostly the same, I think. There's one of these that's really cool.
Bank says, undergeared, go to the H Kappa. I'm assuming he means auction house?
He means auction house.
Which is not there.
Which is not there.
So, and that's Bank. I don't think it's Benke, but someone called Bank. Yeah, we're playing Reaper of Souls, so no auction house.
No auction house.
We're doing Loot 2.0 instead. That's how it is in the expansion.
Dragger.
And I guess that's the thing in this compared to the other thing. Before you could just go and buy overpowered gear and then rush through stuff. I mean, if you're willing to spend real money, you could just right away, pretty much, just get through anything.
Ow, ow, ow. Jesus.
And there's, I mean, this is the good suck I'm talking about, where you kind of have to grind a little bit to level up, and I think that is nicer than having to grind for gold. Or spend money.
Jesus.
Maybe you have to go repair your
maybe
items
maybe we just say we go to town now and switch to adventure mode.
Yeah, but I think you should remember to repair your stuff before it.
Really?
I would do that.
I repaired recently. Screw that. Leave game.
Adu says the graphics look better. Have you noticed anything with graphics?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
How were the graphics on PS4? Did it look nice?
They look exactly like the PC version.
Okay.
Pretty much. Like they certainly aren't worse.
And I will say the PS3 version did not look as good. I ran it on a monster of a machine, but the PS3 did not look. I mean, I think it looked fine, but it does not look as nice as the PC version.
Yeah, we weren't hard. That's good. So adventure mode.
And can you explain what is adventure mode?
Yes, but I think we'll wait till we're inside the game because that's easier. Because then I can show the map.
Alrighty then.
Hip-hop camp.
Yeah, it's not the full hip-hop camp.
No, not real hip. Almost hip-hop camp. Pseudo hip-hop camp.
Yeah.
Anyway,
adventure mode. Still go like, it's more like bang. it's not as excited.
Adventure mode is there's all the story is gone, disabled.
Okay.
So what you do instead is you travel around between the acts. All the waypoints are open. So
now you can actually see where things take place.
Oh yeah. That's
like kind of interesting actually.
So I think like we can go to Bastion's Keep. That's a fun place. And then the ones with
what act was that?
That's Act 3.
Okay. That was the desert thing.
That's Act 2.
Was it? What was the Act 3?
That's the castle thing and the
okay, yeah.
snow thing and the
cool.
towers of things and things. Waypoints with little exclamation points with them, those have bounties. So those like short mini quests where you go somewhere and kill something.
Okay.
And you just select them from the map because this is adventure mode.
And you just teleport there.
Busy, yeah.
Oh. And how do those quests work? Are they just all there, or is it random which one shows up?
New ones each game.
Okay.
So for instance, here we got to kill 50 enemies and then a guy called Lash Tongue.
This feels a little bit like GTA to me.
Alright.
How is the... Because when you play through Diablo normally, it's harder playing in Act 4 than Act 1? How does that work?
Here,
it
auto-tunes the difficulty level.
Also to how good you are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you could level from 1 to 70 in just doing adventure mode in Act 5 if you wanted.
That's kind of cool. I might be doing that, actually.
I love that ability. Oh. And then as you complete bounties, by doing 3, I think, or maybe doing 5, clearing an act. There's 5 in each act for each act. You'll get these little stones that you can use to open dungeons called Nephilim Rifts, which are completely randomized custom dungeons with enemies from all over the game, tile sets from all over the game, varying level of floors, like from 3 to 5, I think, 3 to 8 maybe, and then a boss at the end, which with awesome loot.
Going pretty fast with those 50.
Yep. Yeah, like bounties are usually really short.
Okay. But isn't this the sort of thing that we were kind of... I haven't been playing a lot. I barely played an MMO. But it wasn't that the thing that people always complained about, that it was always just fetch quest and kill 50 of this, and, and now that's what we're doing in Diablo?
Very often here it's like go kill this one guy that's right by the waypoint.
Okay. Notice your...
Yeah,
you need to repair your...
Yeah, well, I should go get repairs at some point. Like, they're below 10% durability, but we'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, that was the guy, actually.
All right. Jacob, I think it's our graphic guy, is putting in some suggestions here. Left, Fist of Thunder. Right, Sweeping Wind. Cyclone.
Yeah. But we're on the Crusader now.
Okay.
So those are monk skills.
All right. But I'll talk to Jacob afterwards, maybe.
Yeah.
He has it all planned out. Let's see. Alex to Life seems impressed with what he said, at least.
There we go. Killed 50 monsters, and that guy that killed us was the boss. So that was the first bounty, and you get.
So it said kill 50 and kill a boss.
Yeah,
you killed
a
him.
named one, a particular one.
Had you killed him before you reached 50, or did he spawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back where we died, he was the elite.
Okay.
Oh.
And so you got what was it you got?
I got gold and dropped a bunch of loots, and then we got a blood shard.
Okay.
Which can be returned to Lorith or Kadala for powerful items.
Okay,
it's like a
more
gamble.
loot.
It's like a gamble. So you don't know what you're getting, but you're gambling for items. I haven't found those NPCs yet, actually.
So so you have some of these, but you haven't.
Yeah, I had like 132 of these. I don't know where to use them.
Wow.
And we got this, which seems like a massive upgrade. Oh my god!
All right, let's see. Is it one or two-handed? Two-handed, but you're
I got a passive skill going where I can use a two-handed item. I don't have a passive skill going where I can use a two-handed item, but I want to. Heavenly Strength. Thank you.
Okay, so you can still rock your shield.
I was using this shield, I think.
Oh, that's awesome, actually. And it has a socket as well, that weapon.
Gotta get that. Oh, I did it again.
Don't worry, guys. Rasmus hates himself more for saying that than you do.
Let's see.
You have a lot of those.
Yeah.
But why don't you like
damage.
merge them or sell them or something? Like all the small, the tiny ones are worthless.
Well, because it
Or
costs,
buy more slots.
because
You
that
should do
also
that.
costs.
You have plenty of money.
What do we want? One of the red ones. Rubies, right? Yeah, rubies.
Yeah.
Flawless. Oh, that's actually fairly cheap. Cool.
And yeah, you need one more.
Yeah, I need
But
3.
you
to
can do
make-
a square
I
ruby.
can do a square.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Crafting.
Oh, you did too many now.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
think
you're
so.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Ah, well, it's cheap.
It is cheap. Yay!
Yay.
Perfect square ruby. I would almost think that flawless sounds better than perfect, actually.
Yeah. Also, another thing, you can craft using materials in your bank. Or in your
That is
stash.
awesome.
Yes. I had forgotten.
How
about that.
many times I've run back and forth getting the stuff I need. Oh my god.
We should probably sell some all this shit. Where's the...
Maybe you should actually
we
check
should-
your shield out as well. You had a lower quality.
Oh, yeah,
ruby
right.
in there.
It was here.
And what was it? Your belt as well, or something?
I have the pants. Well, I mean, we'll do that later.
Okay.
Sell.
How do you feel about the legendary items? Do you just sell those? Because I have a thing in me where it hurts me when I sell a legendary item. So at least for a while. I don't know if I've started selling any of them, but I just saved them in like my what is it called? The box. My item stuff. I just kept them all because I didn't.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't.
Yeah, sure. Well, this being beta,
Yeah, then it doesn't matter.
I don't
Oh,
care.
that just hurts me now.
But,
Think of that. You just lose all that stuff.
but if this was not beta, I'd probably keep most of them around. But also, there are way more legendaries here, I think, than in the old game.
Okay. Having like I remember.
Oh, hey, there she is.
Oh, that you need to give.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and it costs 5 to get that one. And
Okay, I'll just sell all this crap and then I can't, okay.
That's awesome.
We should do that.
That's not expensive at all.
No.
You have so many of them.
Yeah. I'll just clean my inventory and then we'll do that.
So before I started working at Gamereactor with video
Right.
games, when like the chance to get into a beta, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yay, that's amazing! I get to play a game early." And now I'm like, it's probably also because we have access to games before.
Uh-huh.
But the whole thing that you lose your progress.
Yeah.
I'm just like I almost don't want to like. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
rare that it needs to be a game that I'm insanely looking forward
I
to.
find myself doing that. Like if I'm playing something like a huge open world-ish game
Yeah.
that I've been looking forward to, often I'll like when I'm playing the review version, I'll try. You know, it's hard to push yourself to go and do all that extra stuff when you know they won't be
Yeah.
on your proper account later on.
And it makes you play the game differently, which might affect how you play. And
Yeah.
even if you play it the same way, it might affect like how happy you are playing a game. And you're under pressure of I need to finish this and review it on time, and I need to try certain things and all that stuff.
Okay, so let's see. What is, oh, like these. What are these? Gloves. Mystery.
I don't see gloves.
There we go, gloves.
Oh, over there. All right, let's see.
All right.
I hate blue items.
Well, more damage, we'll take that.
Try another one.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do other items first, of course.
Maybe. Let's try some shoulders. Belt. I think I have a pretty decent belt. Mystery boot. We just got new boots, I think. Oh, we'll do it anyway. Not an upgrade. No.
How long has it taken you to get that? You had 137, I think, of those. Did you get one now that you completed?
No, I can't remember how many we got, but we can check that out. Now we get 10.
Oh, okay.
Then some quests have double up on rewards.
Okay. So you get them fairly fast. And how long? That took us like 5-10 minutes to do that quest.
And that was a long one.
And that was including dying in the middle of it.
So here the bounty is just for completing a particular event. Which is probably right over here, I hope. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy.
And I guess you can tell what I mean when I say the Crusader feels slightly overpowered.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, now the last thing I played was the PS3 version, and I felt so overpowered. I would just do one of those like arrow range or something, and then everybody within that area would just die. So that would just be like, click one button.
Sure.
And I would be done with that. And you're still playing on hard?
Yeah.
Okay. Done. Okay, but you need to kill more. Okay. So it wasn't that easy. Or I guess it kind of was.
It's a manageable
it's another minute. Max, not even.
Oh. And then talk to this guy. Boom. Oh, we got 3. Okay. What about that loot? Anything good? Should I take this? More damage?
Let's see.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm having survivability problems.
Outside of...
But I mean, even if you did, having more strength might make it easier because the enemies die faster as well. So. It's still the thing where if they hit you while you try to teleport, it stops, right?
I imagine.
Did you just go straight into another?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's very quick.
It's very quick. Like if you're going to a different act, the loading will be a little longer, but that's about it.
There are a bunch of new shrines. Some of them are awesome. Okay. There's one where you just shoot lightning automatically at everything around you. Like you can clear so many monsters in so little time with those. Is this the guy? No, it's not the guy.
You're being asked, I think he's called Simlan. Do you play with elective mode or are those the preset skills of the Crusader?
I play with elective mode.
And can you explain what elective mode is?
Yes.
For people who are new.
Basically, you got 4 buttons down here. Yeah. Right? And then 2 buttons on the mouse.
Yeah. And the same goes for console, it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for each of those cover 6 different categories of skills. And you get like 3 to 4 choices in each one. Normally, you can only have like button 1 skills on button 1. And so like using elective mode, you can switch around.
For 1, there's like 5 or 6 different skills. And for 2, there's 5 or 6 different attacks. You can say primary and secondary attack, And then you can...
With elective mode, you can mix and match. It's like basically setting your own hotkeys for the skills.
Okay.
Whereas without elective mode, you're stuck to the predefined ones.
There you go.
So basically, instead of having the 5 attacks you have on your normal mouse click, you can put whatever you want on there, and the same goes for every button. How do you feel about giving away the wonderful prize? Bang! Again, lovely swag from BlizzCon.
Very exclusive.
So this is what we're giving away. And I'm just looking through the chat now. Was there anyone that you were thinking that would ask something like... So far, I kind of like that Adu asked about what class you recommend to start with for beginners of Diablo. Thought that was a pretty good question. Anything else that
There was one dude who's been asking a ton of questions. I forgot his name. Am I just going the wrong way? No, I'm not.
Yeah. Adu has actually been asking several questions as well. You know what? I'm just gonna go say that Adu wins this.
All right.
So congratulations, Adu. Again. Bang! You win. You win this. Courtesy of Gamereactor and specifically of Dory donating his loot, his swag to you. You should. The way this works is right now you're in the chat. I can see, and another tab will open up in the chat, which should be red, and that will be Lasse from behind the camera. That will ask you where you live. You should tell him that so you can get your prize. He's not being creepy at all, at least not right now. And we'll make sure that you'll get this lovely little thing here sent all the way to your door if you have one of those.
Oh, hello.
And I guess we recently have gotten some swag back, so I think there's a good chance that we'll be giving away some of those things over the next days.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dory was mentioning that he might be giving away other stuff from his PS4 swag bag that we got at the Danish launch party.
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one?
No. But then again, I think it's my own fault, not for asking for one.
Yeah, I mean, they were... Dory went to get for us guys, but I think it looked like they were basically throwing them at people leaving. I think there were plenty left.
Where is this dude?
But we didn't get a PS4.
No.
So...
Oh. Should be said.
Yeah. And so we're not... I think if we got a PS4, we wouldn't... I don't think Dory would be donating his PS4. But you never know. Sometimes he is a sweet little boy.
There are limits.
Several Gamereactor readers actually got PS4s.
Yes. True.
They had a contest for the biggest PlayStation fan in Denmark.
Yeah.
And the guy who won that was our candidate.
He was one of us.
Yes.
And there was also
yeah, they had like a treasure hunt. They
Yeah.
had hidden different items.
Just
the
like
Gaming
Sony
references.
made the launch trailer, which had 50 Easter eggs. They said, and they kind of decided to do that at the event, where you needed to find 10 references, 10 Easter eggs of PlayStation stuff. It was quite funny, I think, because you had to line up, and the first guy named off all of them. And
got
he
the
got,
last
they
one
got the
wrong.
first 9 correct,
Yeah.
and then the last one he was like, "And Last of Us," and then they were like, "Nope."
No.
And the next guy who was a Gamereactor user, he was just like, "I say the same as the guy before, and
those
beyond
9
two
and then
souls."
beyond 2 souls. But
and bam, PS4.
The guy who was first and failed.
Yeah.
He was also a Gamereactor.
Oh, but did he win something?
He got a runner-up prize.
Okay,
which
that's
was the press kit of games. Which the
that's
winner also
nice.
got, which was
five
Call of
PS4
Call of
yeah.
Duty, Knack, Killzone, Assassin's Creed 4,
And Lego Marvel.
So that's quite a nice.
And the runner-up for the other competition also got some pretty good. He got a PS4, but both of them got a year of exclusives for both PS3 and PS4.
And I think half a year of Coke Zero.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. I wouldn't complain about that. But getting a year of exclusives for 2 consoles, that's a pretty good price. That's must almost be more money than the PS4.
Probably.
I'm assuming he gets the exclusives that are out now as well, the launch titles.
I imagine. And the guy, Don C is back as his username, who won the runner-up and won the 4 PS4.
Was he the one who got Last of Us? Like he said?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
he
I've seen him at several events in Copenhagen.
he was going to pick up his pre-order at GameStop that very same evening, so why can't I find this?
So that was actually perfect for him. He got the games. He had already ordered the console.
Okay.
Waypoint. Thank you.
Mr. Lennyboy asks, can you show Wizard Frozen Orb Glyph?
Nope.
Because you don't know what that is?
Well,
you
no,
do know? 'Cause I'm like-
I imagine I would know what that is. But,
I feel like first half was in English, second was
but-
like French
yeah,
or
no,
something.
The problem is I don't have a wizard.
Okay. Meantimes asks, so GR, do you think that D3 will become better with the new expansion?
Yes.
I would say we don't think.
We know.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that. Well, if you preferred the auction house, then of course not. But if you were one of those people who didn't, then it's definitely an improvement.
It's a huge improvement, and adventure mode is awesome. Is this the guy?
So not only did
No,
they fix the
not the
things
guy.
that people were complaining about, they actually also had added some other nice things.
Yeah. Oh, come here, you bastard. I think we finish this bounty and then we do a Nephilim Rift.
Okay. Gotta go sell some stuff soon.
Yeah. That. Nah, screw it.
And what, you're level 31 with this guy?
Yeah. Just dinged.
In the original Diablo, you had the whole thing with this. What was the Templar, the Sorcerer, and
The scoundrel.
Yeah, scoundrel.
Rogue type thing.
they're still there. There's not a new one.
No, still
Okay.
the same. And I'm using the Templar at the moment.
And that's not a coincidence. That's like you prefer him with this character, or
Yeah, I felt like healing seems nice. He's a big guy in armor.
okay.
Makes sense. I was using the sorcerer on my monk, and on my demon hunter, I'm using the rogue scoundrel type.
Okay.
Because range character makes sense.
So you when you're a ranged character, you choose a ranged sidekick.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of did the opposite actually. When
Really?
I was
Yeah.
a demon hunter, I chose the Templar so he could go in and.
Right.
Or I might have chose like I feel like having someone with magic powers goes with everything basically. But I think I did that, and then when I was a barbarian, I chose the scoundrel, which he's an archer, right?
Yeah.
I think I did that so you could like stay back, and I would rush in.
Sure.
And
Sell.
I'd actually like to hear in the chat if someone can recommend one way or the other. Am I being stupid doing that?
Buy back.
Oh,
Oh wait, okay, that was like the tiniest upgrade ever.
hey.
But sure.
Meantime says, I've almost just logged on to you guys. Has the loot been a lot better? How's the loot been so far?
I mean, we've gotten like I think 5 upgrades or something in the.
You also
town.
bought stuff for the red. What were they called?
The blood shards.
Blood shards. Is it only blood shards, or can you get like dirt shards and sun shards?
Just blood shards. Sell.
That's like a new currency.
Yeah. Cool. Where is the thing?
Actually, when I remember, as long as I feel like I'm good enough, sometimes I remember, not the best items, but the ones that made my character look more badass.
Yeah. That's why they have transmogrification now. So you can, if you have an item you don't like the look of, or you have an item you really like the look of, you can switch the look of your items.
So you take 2 and swap,
Yeah,
or do you just say random?
No, you take 2 and you take like make my sword look like this sword.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I remember I got like an item that was like it was amazing, and then was this little knife, like a dagger. And the item I had before was this big 2-handed sword, and I was like, I don't want to stab people with like pocket knife.
Okay.
So what are we doing now?
We're doing a Nephilim Rift because.
And how do you that's just there, or do you have?
That's
to
just there in adventure mode.
Okay. And is that's in every?
Every town.
Okay.
And you get these Rift keystones for doing bounties.
Okay.
And then you also pick
so when you got
more
the
the way.
red stone, you also get these sometimes.
They'll drop
from
usually from the boss or whatever.
Okay.
I think there might be an extra reward for doing. Yeah, they can be in these project caches, which you get for doing all 5. I think all 5 bounties in an area.
All right, and you spend one of those to open up a spellbound rift.
Yes.
Okay. Nephilim rift. All right. And do you want to explain what this is, or do you want to just let us see what's...
This is, Nephilim Rifts are new random dungeons.
Okay.
With,
like special dungeons, or...
they're, for instance, we're like in a cave type thing now. Yeah. The tile sets between floors will be more or less random. So you can have like one that's like prisoner's dungeon, and then one there's a cave, and then...
And it's completely random what you end up in.
I think it's more or less completely random. And then enemies pulled from everywhere in the game, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then they'll have like more special abilities and stuff, and the loot will be better, of course. And then once you kill enough, we killed 5% here, a boss will spawn.
Okay. And I'm assuming you get really good... I was about to say shit, and I guess I did now anyway. Really good stuff in here because you spent one of those on it, or how does that work?
Yeah, you get pretty decent stuff.
Okay. So it's worth doing these.
Yeah. You just...
Does it matter which act you do it in?
Nope.
Okay.
I think actually if we were to travel to town and then maybe go to a different act, I think the portal might even still be there.
Okay. So do you just... Then when you open a new one, the old one disappears?
Yes.
So this will be here until...
Until we open a new one.
Okay. That's kind of cool. So if you open up a really awesome one and you feel like, oh, I don't have the skills and the items that I need, then I can like grind through it.
Well, I mean, the monsters will be dead because you killed them.
Yo, but I mean, if I get into this one and I can't kill the monsters,
right?
Then I can like improve my character and then go back into it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in theory. But I think like the difficulty is automatically tuned to your sort of item level and whatnot, so might not be necessary.
Mr. Lennyboy says, show seal on the Crusader then.
Okay.
I don't even know.
I'll give that a look. Whoa.
Alex to Life asks, from what you've played, does the new chapter, I'm assuming the new Act 5, feel darker, you know, more D2-like, Diablo 2?
It's pretty damn dark.
Yeah? Do you agree that Diablo 2 was darker than Diablo 3? I'm assuming that's what he is saying.
Not sure.
Okay.
Let's see. Seal, Heron's Fury, Arcus Champion, Bombardment, Slash, Light.
I love that there was one called Justice.
Can't find it.
Alright, so let's see who it was. Mr. Lennyboy. Let us know more specifically what it is you want. Can it be one of the, what is it called? The runes?
Passives? Runes?
Oh, I guess it could be a passive as well.
Ah! There we go. Yeah, please tell us.
Yeah. And for people just joining, welcome to Gamereactor Live. I'm here with Rasmus, the Towering Inferno, Lund Hansen, and I'm Nick. We're playing Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, the beta.
Jesus Christ!
Rasmus is getting destroyed right now. Playing the PC beta of Reaper of Souls, which has the auction house removed, which has the loot 2.0, which has the new act, new character, and right now we're playing adventure mode, which is also new, and we're just in a Nephilim Rift. That Rasmus opened using, what were they called?
Nephilim Rift stones, I think. I'm getting completely
So this was what I talked about. Now you're having problems.
Yeah.
You can go up, get some better stuff, and then come back and finish this, basically.
Yeah.
And these, so basically what we have done so far is we've finished some quests in adventure mode.
We've done some bounties, they're called. Yes.
Bounties, yeah. And then we get the bloodstones for that one.
Blood shards.
Blood shards, and we got these.
With, and then
got these.
Ow!
I don't remember the names of anything here. The Nephilim stones or whatever, and then we can open one of these random dungeons.
Come on. Stop freezing me. There we go.
People in the chat, you're welcome to roast Rasmus now. if not, I will do it. Oh, Mr. Lennyboy says it's a rune.
Okay, for what?
I don't know. Delpan asks, does the Crusader feel balanced in the way other characters is, or does it stand out and therefore needs a lot of work still?
The Crusader feels
and meantime says don't die.
Yeah, thank you.
Pro tip.
Yeah, very helpful. The Crusader feels really overpowered.
Okay.
Or, like, at least overpowered.
Or OP, as you say in the biz.
Yeah. But fun. Fun.
I guess that's a good way of starting out.
Yeah.
It's always fun to have something that's overpowered a little bit in the beginning, and then they can balance it or nerf it. So what are you gonna do now? Did you just kill all the enemies?
No. We're like.
So what are you gonna do differently now?
Well, I killed all the enemies that were killing you before.
Yeah.
Which is an unfortunate combination, I think.
Ow.
And what was your excuse for dying? Was there lag or?
No. Just a bunch of really evil ranged attacks.
Did you have favorite
enemies?
Yeah, or ones you hate?
I like these guys. These
Yeah?
big hammer dudes. They're fun.
And which ones do you hate? The ones that just kills you. Whatever kills you.
I hate enemies with chains and that thing where they
that's the
fire
chains
on
in
the
between
ground.
several characters. Yeah.
Those are.
That's also because you don't really get hit, and then all of a sudden you're in the chains. But I feel like that's the problem sometimes as well with some of the like fire pits or poison pits or whatever you end up, and then all of a sudden you just spawn I'm in one, and I can deal with that. But all of a sudden they're like on top of each other, and there's several of them.
Right.
And then you also get the done.
Yeah.
I guess the insta-death thing is frustrating.
There were combinations in the game when it was released that they had to patch out because everybody hated them.
Yeah.
Like jailer, walls, and then stuff that just kills you by being on the ground.
I think the combination of something like the walls or being frozen or slowed down, and then one of those where in some sort of pit or a chain where you just die, so you're like,
right,
you can't move, and you get like super damaged. But none of it really feels like unfair, do you think?
Not anymore.
No.
There was at the beginning. There were things that would just, destroy you.
But wasn't there also like something with the monk back then that was like
you? Yeah. There was one of the abilities. If you had 4 monks and you timed it right, you could be invulnerable indefinitely.
that like of course they patched that out of Diablo. That feels like something. If that happens in Dark Souls, they would let it be there. You know, that's kind of how you need to play that game. All right. So there's a rune called, what was it? Do you remember what it was called?
The rune was called Seal, but just finding the rune.
Oh yeah, you need to press on every. Yeah, okay, so which skill was it, Mr. Lennyboy?
And then tell us.
Spell it out. Draw us a map.
Yes.
We have about 25 minutes left, so...
Conduit Shrine. Bring me some enemies, please, because that's the awesome one.
And here you just need to kill everyone. Kill him.
I will. I'm gonna get the shrine.
Okay.
Because
that's the thing you talked about.
Yeah.
That just fires lightning no matter what. You don't want to pick shit up.
I want to sap some more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Limited time. Almost level up. Don't die, Rasmus. Pro tip.
Level 32.
Alex Live says, so they actually patch out some of the things. I mean, the combination of enemies, the combination on enemies, some of them was just uncool.
Yeah. Way back when. Like last year.
So that was like, wasn't that like in the first couple of weeks they did that?
Might have been.
I remember it being pretty early in the same because I think I played Diablo 3 for like a month, maybe 3 weeks. I remember the whole monk thing and some of that thing with the enemies were being. I think that was being patched out while I was still playing. Not sure though. This rift also seems a lot harder than the normal.
Yeah,
stuff
like the ow. Ow. The Nephilim rifts are tougher than the usual bounties.
Okay, so it's not just that you need to earn the ability to go into them, you also need to like maybe not do it right away and be powerful enough to
I think the rift will be at like 2 and 4 whatever level you at when you open it. So
no matter what it might be a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
so open it and then level up and then go back and you should have a good time.
If I pick up a rift on this guy and give it to my monk, and then use the stone on my monk to open, they'll get a level 50 something rift.
Okay. But then it's the thing, if you do as I say and you wait a couple levels to play it, then the items you'll get won't be as good, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you will have probably better items by then. And
yeah, there's a chance of that.
That was also always the thing for me when playing on console, because you could choose those levels of how hard it was. You get better loot, so you wanted to play at the highest level you could.
Sure.
But if you made it really hard, you would die a lot. If you made it easy, you would get shitty items.
Legendary.
All right, let's see. What kind of item was it?
It's an amulet, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely go for it.
Maybe I should. What does this do? Strength, vitality. Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Remember to do that. I had one point when I played, I had swapped out stuff to like gift to my guy and stuff, and then I ended up forgetting to put in a badge, so he was just running around without anything on.
Sure.
I think I'd end up selling his item. Not smart.
I thought I'd just give you a little pro tip.
Uh-huh.
So you hit the monsters,
Oh, right.
but you don't let them hit you.
Oh, yeah. No, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's a good idea. Well, actually,
Why didn't you tell us earlier, Dory?
Actually, that's not a good idea because I'm using my primary attack is giving my shield a upgrade or a buff that will increase my blocking rating, and then whenever I block, it does an AOE attack of fire on the enemies around me. So I want to get
Boom
hit.
roasted.
And then I just love that ability. Can't remember what it's called. Falling Sword. It's the one when they announced the game and the Crusader, they sort of presented it as a mortar attack where you're the mortar shell.
Okay.
Diamonds are a new gem, I think.
Okay.
Can't remember what
Can
they
we
do.
check what that?
They're new. Damage against elites. Cooldowns. Resistance to all elements.
Okay, so with the other ones did like strength.
Yeah.
They did like the primary.
Yeah.
But I guess that was something if you put it into the helmet, it would do what
Yeah,
strength.
like something would do like magic find. or
Yeah,
treasure
but that
or
would be
whatever.
the thing that strength would add as well to you, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Something like that. Or like critical hit, I remember one of I think it was the green ones did if you put it on the weapons. But that's kind of cool. By the way, Dory, are we final on what we're doing on Wednesday? If you want to run through what we're doing? No. Okay, so still undecided on Wednesday. I just want to run through the week. Obviously today we're doing Diablo Reaper of Souls. Tomorrow we're going to do Xbox One. Still undecided what games. We'll see what we can get. Rasmus will be back. Dory, I think, will be here. And Magnus, our Danish freelancer, will be here. Wednesday, undecided yet. PS4 on Thursday, I will be back. I actually don't remember. I think Lee is going to do that with me.
PS4 on Wednesday?
I think on Thursday.
Thursday.
And then Friday, we're going to do GR Friday nights, our Call of Duty competition.
Oh, yeah.
I think the easiest way, there will probably be news on all the sites about that at some point during the week, but if not, then the easiest thing is actually to go on Facebook and search for TR Friday Nights, like that page, and we'll post there, and there will be information about how you enter the competition. On Friday, I'm 99% sure that we're doing PS3, and what you need to do in short is add GR Friday Nights is the PSN user, and then you will play with us. But again, easiest to go on Facebook and look that up to get the correct information. But I think how Call of Duty has been launched now, they didn't add the broadcast mode and all that to begin with, but that should be in there. So if that is it, we will use that and we'll swap between the people playing. But if not, then it will be me playing again, and you will get to see if I do well. And I think the plan is we'll do Clan Wars, so that might. I don't know if we can do broadcast mode on that, but we'll see. We really want to do Clan Wars. So if you're into Call of Duty, go on.
Sorry for interrupting you for a second.
No,
this guy's called Malice the Disemboweled.
Yeah,
that's a weird name. The Disemboweled.
What does that mean?
Title? That means somebody ripped out his guts, basically. And
yeah.
that's what he's known for.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of scary, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
You don't want to meet that guy.
No.
Yeah, but back to Call of Duty, we'll be playing Clan Wars hopefully. And what was I saying? Please go to Elite, or I think you can do it in the game now as well, and join the Gamereactor clan. We need to be like 3 or 4 people. We should be that by now. But when that happens, we can all, even when we're not playing on stream, we can play Clan Wars and level up the Gamereactor clan. And it would be kind of awesome to go on the world leaderboard and see Gamereactor on there. Last time I checked, you know who was number 1 on there?
Not you?
No, I'm in the Gamereactor clan.
Right.
Infinity Ward. The guys who, like the studio who made the games. And they were like completely destroying, like it was so far down to number 2, it was pretty funny. But I mean, they have a kind of an advantage. Do you think the guys who were, is it just called Blizzard? Like, what is there multiple Blizzard studios?
There's
who made Diablo?
Blizzard.
3?
Yeah. So there's one studio where they do game development, and then they have Blizzard Europe.
Yeah, because you've been to that.
But that's like they don't do development as much as they do. They run the European World of Warcraft. They do customer support. They do sales and press and advertising and community. And
do you think if there was a similar thing in Diablo,
like a huge upgrade,
like Clan Wars in Call of Duty, do you think on a similar leaderboard, do you think the Blizzard HQ would just annihilate everyone else?
No. Not because they don't play, but I think traditionally, Blizzard games are the kind of thing where you can really get really good at it.
Yeah.
And the most hardcore people are the ones who really spend a lot of time on it.
Actually, is that the pro players?
Because I'm thinking like a game like StarCraft.
Yeah.
The David Kim from Blizzard, who's like the lead multiplayer designer, who's the guy in charge of all the game balance in StarCraft.
Yeah.
He's really good. Like, he used to be, and I think he probably still is, master level player.
Which is
like
highest rank.
means he's in like top 200 in the US.
Okay.
Because StarCraft has proper ranking ladders like that.
But that's also you play 5 on how many people on the side?
1-on-1.
1-on-1. Okay.
No, I didn't. Probably that.
But I'm just thinking this thing in Call of Duty is also
like team play and everything that totally has something to say probably.
No, but also like I think it totally does. But I think right now they are number 1. But I don't know how it plays out. I think you can be like 100 people in the clan or 1,000 people.
Right.
And then it's just whoever is in that clan can at any time play a clan match and represent your team.
Okay.
So right now, Infinity, I mean, of course, they are really good players, but I don't think if one of the pro teams, like who wins tournaments, like Envy or Optic or Complexity, who's winning everything right now, like they've won like the last 8 tournaments in a row or something. If they did a clan and just played those guys, like then of course they would win. But then it's just do they have time enough to play the same amount of matches that if we are 1,000 Gamereactor fans that play?
No.
I mean,
I wouldn't imagine.
Then it's like, how does it count win-loss ratio, that whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they won't be number one on that list if they do like a pro team clan or something at one point.
The guy we just killed was the final boss of the Rift.
Okay, cool. And what did you get?
We go down here and talk to this guy, and then we get a thing with... He drops some loot for us now.
Okay. Oh, you got 20 of those now.
Oh, damn. And then we
fun.
also got one of these caches, so I'll just, because that's a really cool effect, I'll just sell all my junk, and then I'll show you what that is. Sell.
Meantime, he's asking, am I right that the spawn at... I mean, I think he's asking you spawn at your death spot, he calls it in the PC version. You can choose that now.
Yeah.
Spawn at, what was it called?
Checkpoint, which is like it used to be work in the old days.
Town.
And corpse.
Corpse.
Unless you're in a act boss fight.
Yeah.
Like
Do you remember we have the Butcher?
Diablo.
What was the second act boss? Is that Belial or is that third?
That's Belial.
And third is the fat guy.
The second act is also the little dude.
Yeah. The second act is the desert and
Yeah.
the beam.
I don't remember.
So,
Okay, but that guy and then the fourth is Diablo.
Diablo.
Do you know what actually the final boss is in Act 5?
Malthael.
Okay, and do you know how he looks and all that stuff?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's in the intro, but
Okay.
he's not in the beta.
So yeah, we got this as well. So I open that and then
Oh, okay.
loot pops out.
That's kind of cool. It just springs out of you.
Yeah, and we got another keystone from that, and we actually picked one up along the way as well.
What,
so
another keystone? Which
for
one?
a rift.
Oh, okay.
New rift. So let's see. That's a decent upgrade.
So you actually got 2 from completing 1.
Yeah. So yeah, like if we wanted, we could go just do rifts.
Do you think that will be the typical thing? Like that you could just do that and nothing else? Or do you think you're lucky with
I
this
think
one?
like once in a while you'll want some more variance.
Yeah,
like
probably.
variation.
But if you want to go on that grind and you could say you probably get better items in the rifts, will that be what players do to get items? They will just do those rift grinds. Do you think?
Yeah, that's probably the most cost-effective way.
Because isn't that what Diablo is about? Like really,
Getting more loot. Oh,
people
yeah.
tend like what is the fastest way I can get the best loot?
Sure. So I think we have like 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
So what should we do? Another rift?
Let's ask people in the chat. If you're fast, you get. Semlan helps us out. Third is Asmodan.
Asmodan, yes.
That is true.
That's the fat
I'm
guy.
sorry, I don't have a prize for
He's
you.
the fat guy.
Or wait, Semlan, let us know in the chat if you're a PC gamer. I'll give you a crappy PC game if you want.
A crappy piece of
Well,
game?
I don't know if it's crappy. You know, let's just, Lasse, can you PM Semlan and I'll go find a PC game for him that I have. I'll be back.
Damn.
I think we'll send you a copy of this.
Company of Heroes 2.
Yeah, that's not crappy, right?
Oh.
So you'll win this PM from Lasse in a little bit, and I hope you have a PC so you can play this. Yeah. Let us know what your address is in that.
I'll just
PM.
open another rift. That's what I'm going to do.
So congratulations.
Boom.
It is December after all.
Oh, yes.
I'm not just wearing this all the time.
Really?
Well, maybe.
Ginger Ninja?
And I'm gonna be the Christmas ninja or what?
Christmas Ninja. Christmas Ginger. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't like this attack. I forgot.
Did you find that rune?
No.
We don't want to do that. Or
I don't want to look for it. It'll take too long. Yeah. There we go.
So you opened up another rift?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, about 10 minutes left, guys. watching the stream. If there's anything you want to know or see, I guess now is the time to let us know.
Actually, no. What we should do is go and do some bounties in Act 5.
Cool. Sounds good. And we're still in adventure mode.
Yes.
For people wondering. Let's just see. So this is the map. Let's see.
Act 1, New Tristram.
Okay.
Act 2, Caldeon.
Which was the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Act 3, Bastion's Keep.
Yeah. When you can see the snow up north. Yeah.
Big castle thing.
Kind of funny. The desert looks kind of northern as well. Like the top half. All right. Act 4,
High Heavens. And Act 5, West March.
Okay. Cool. So that's actually close to Act 1.
Oh yeah, right.
All right. So this is Act 5.
This is Act 5. Pandemonium Fortress.
And this is like zoomed in. The top left part was like a.
Yeah, well,
what was that line?
Part of Act 5 is West March, and then Pandemonium thing, which we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Where is that situated?
Like between heaven and hell somewhere.
Okay.
That's where we're going now.
Between heaven and hell.
If the game wants it.
I thought that was like us, aren't we?
Well, yeah.
It's not. It's not supposed to make that.
It's different dimension.
Okay.
You know, it's all very 4D. That looks cool.
That looks pretty fucking awesome, actually. Actually, like not that I'm a big fan of playing games in 3D, but this might actually be a game that could be pretty cool, like with the depth.
Sure.
3DS version, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Why are there dudes with quests here? That's weird.
Do you ever go like talk to all those people and hear their stories and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes. Like the first time, maybe.
Okay, I did. I only started doing it when there was trophies for doing that. And I was like, "This is smart, Blizzard. You're smart." Because now I'm gonna go fucking talk to everyone in the game because there's a trophy for finishing every single conversation. And the quest now we're doing is kill monsters.
Yeah, kill 50 monsters and then a named elite minion, which will be right up here, I think. Yeah, this guy.
Okay, he was easy.
Yep.
He was almost easier than the other guys.
Well, those were in rifts.
Or those other guys, yeah, sure. And that counter doesn't care whether the monsters you're killing are tiny or not.
But I kind of like that.
Yeah, sure.
Then you can also like play it smart and be like, oh, there's an enemy I'm not sure I can handle, and try to run away from him and kill the other guys.
It also means like if you get an army of those fallen dudes, you just go crush them and then you're done.
Is there actually? There's also enemies where they like spawn more enemies. So if you get to that, you can just be like, oh, I'm just not gonna kill the thing that makes the easy enemies and just get done there.
Yeah, there's a monster. There are monsters in Act 5 that will carry a portal on their back.
Really?
And they'll shoot monsters out of that portal. And then when they die, they collapse and the portal falls to the ground. And you can enter that portal, and then there's a dungeon inside.
Oh, that's kind of awesome. That's something they showed off at Blizzcon as well? How is it with the pricing of items after this whole post-auction house thing?
I'm
just thinking
vendors or
and like
crafting,
because now you don't buy things at the auction house. How does it compare to? Is it best just to find good loot, to buy items, to craft items? Like I think all the things are viable.
Yeah, like all of it is viable. You can get some.
Should you pick up the ruby?
I should. You can get a proper upgrade from the vendors once in a while. And the things that the artisans will craft, the blacksmith will craft, are better or are like usually decent.
Yeah.
You don't. One of the things that sort of turned people off crafting in the vanilla game was that often you just get useless junk.
Yeah, that was my experience for sure.
The stuff wasn't tuned to what you need, and that's different now.
So it will be tuned to...
Yeah, it's using the same like roll system that you get on the loot that just drops, so the odds of getting something decent.
So it simply looks that I have items that gives me a lot of strength, so it'll give me items.
Yeah, or like if you're a strength-based character,
okay,
it's like more likely to give you strength.
Okay, cool.
Continue.
But I guess something like resist all or something like that will be like evenly like chance of getting that no matter what, because that's something that also...
Yeah, probably, yeah. Battlefields of Eternity. That stuff's nice.
Meantime, to ask about, he says, I wonder if they make one more character before release. You guys think that could happen?
A new character class or minion or like support? They definitely won't do a new character class.
I don't think. Do you think they'll make more expansions for Diablo 3?
Oh, yeah.
How many do you think they'll make, and how many characters do you think will end up having?
I think they'll make at least one more expansion.
Yeah. So one more character as well?
Probably, yeah.
Any guess on what kind of character that would be? Because I felt when we played the original Diablo that this sort of character was missing, the sort of knight character, because the barbarian was a guy with a sword or a hammer or whatever. But he was more of a barbarian. He wasn't a guy with a shield, really.
Right. Yeah, I think I'd imagine something ranged, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. So far we only have the Demon Hunter being like, and I guess
well,
the Wizards.
Wizards range, and then the
But are you thinking
weird.
like a magic ranged or a more like Demon Hunter ranged?
Yeah, I think probably like I could imagine the Amazon coming back or something like that
from Diablo 2.
Yeah.
And for people who haven't played a lot of Diablo 2, what kind of character was that?
She was like weapon wielding spears and javelins and stuff.
Okay.
Ranged character mostly. I think I actually might be able to equip it with melee weapons as well. I'm not sure about that. I've never played one. Or maybe bring back the Necromancer. That would be cool.
And what kind of character was that?
That's like the Witch Doctor, sort of. You summon golems and skeletons and stuff to fight for you. Hello. Is that... Okay, that hurts. Cool.
Actually, with that, we have about a minute left. So I think we're going to be wrapping up. Remember to join us again tomorrow. Rasmus will be back. He should be joined by Dory and our freelance Magnus to play some Xbox One. We'll be back, I think, in the normal setup, not this desk, because we want to do the couch sort of way of playing Xbox One. We're not sure what games we're going to be playing. We might do some multiplayer, so I think it might be a good idea to... Dory, what do you think? Should people start adding us on Xbox Live as well, Gamereactor Live? Okay, we'll see. I guess we'll let you know tomorrow, but let us know if you have an Xbox One. It might be worth joining us in the chat as well. We might play some multiplayer. We never know. And remember to check out the websites. The magazine was out. Was it last week? New magazine?
Yeah,
something like that. Fairly new, and I think the iPad magazine is out now as well. So go get that if you haven't already. And I think with that, we're gonna wrap it up for today.
Oh yeah.
So thanks guys for joining us, and you'll see this guy tomorrow, but not me. So see you guys.